Welcome to Run With It, BC's only running fitness and health program. On this month's episode, I was in conversation with actress Nicole Oliver about how she maintains a healthy lifestyle. But first, let's go to our segment on the BC Track and Field Champions. Check this out.
Joining me is some of the athletes from the Air Blast-Off Track Club, and they're here today to talk about their huge accomplishment. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, Abigail, Sydney, Katie, and Rachel. So, congratulations on winning the BC Championship overall, and tell us what that was like.
It was just so amazing. We were so just happy when we won. Just a moment that I'll smile for the rest of it.
I just can't believe that we came first.
After we finished our race, none of us could stop smiling. We were like, oh my god, we won.
I was really nervous before it, but I was really happy, and I got into it more and more when all of the other athletes were running. So I was like, yeah, I got this.
Wonderful. And which leg?
I was first leg.
First?
Second?
Third. And that's why you're all in a row. So what was that like, doing that anchor leg?
It was very nerve-wracking because everything was on me, and it was so close throughout the whole thing. I was like, ah! But it was really fun for sure. And I crossed the finish line, I was smiling 80 meters through, and then when I crossed the finish line, I put my hands up in the air, and I have a picture of me, and I'm like, yeah!
Coming through, I thought you would stand.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Who else did the 800 meter? So 800 meter, yes.
I ran it.
What's your favorite distance?
I like the 800 and the 300.
Yes.
I like the 2,000 and the 1,200. So
You do?
Yeah.
Long distance runner.
Yeah.
So tell us about your training with the Air Blast-Off Track Club.
It's amazing. All the coaches are so great, and they all know each other. It's amazing.
It's really genuinely fun. They make us work really hard, but it's also a great environment and it's super fun.
They push us to do things, they push me to do things that I normally wouldn't push myself to do, and it's just so nice and good. So
Everyone's so welcoming, but they're nice and they push us to do our best, which is great because other teams and sports they just don't push you to your fullest. Yeah.
And you believe in yourself, is that empowerment of self-confidence. And I love your medal. Yeah, just touch it. That's wonderful. So where do you put your medals?
Question. I have mine in a shoebox in the back of my closet, but I forgot it there today. That's why I don't have a medal.
I have a big overcrowded bulletin board where I have all my medals and ribbons, but I need it organized better.
I have a drawer dedicated to all my ribbons and medals, but it's really messy, so we're not gonna
I hanging up on the wall.
So what is next for you?
This year? Well, Sydney and I are on the same soccer team, so we have our soccer season starting up this week. So hopefully we can come first again. Well, not again, but we'll try.
What positions do you play on soccer?
I'm a striker.
And I'm center mid. And then I sometimes play striker.
And it does help soccer, right?
Yeah.
The cardio, just
Yeah, for sure.
into soccer. It's good for you. So have you calmed down after winning? Or the permanent smile is gone, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just kind of oh, we have to wait for next year now. And it's yeah.
Whenever I think about it, I just get so happy, and I always watch the video.
Yeah.
Of them running, and I just can't stop watching it. I just put it on replay. I just can't stop smiling.
Christine, yes. Tell us about the club and how proud you are.
Oh my gosh, I don't think there's enough words to say how proud I am of all their hard work and all honesty. I still watch that video on repeat every few days or so. I'm like, wow, they really did it. And to see them work through all the challenges, the trials throughout our practices over the months, and to see them really conquer it, and to see them have a higher level of confidence, and to see them with that charisma and that real passion for team diversity, team dynamics, and they truly support each other through each and every way. Throughout practice, there were times where handoffs didn't quite go as perfect as they had hoped, or they might have crossed that exchange line. But through it, they worked together, they persevered together, they encouraged one another, and they never gave up on one another. And I think that is the true reason for their success, in addition to all of their hard work.
Yes, and Christine, how unique is your club from other clubs? What sets you apart?
There's many. I'll just go through 3 of them. For starters, we do train 12 months of the year. Most clubs will only train 3 or 4 months of the year.
It's great. Join us.
She's our number 1 promoter. So yes, we are a multi-sport sports company. So we, as you know, we train many multi-sport athletes such as soccer, hockey, football. We have dancers as well, tennis players, lacrosse players. So we train athletes of all dimensions, all backgrounds. And I think that's what sets us apart from other sporting companies. We really try to focus on working on their strengths, but as well as developing the weaknesses and providing them with the skills and the tools to gain on their weaknesses and to perform better and to continue learning growth, personal and team growth.
When did you know that they won? What went through your mind? And you said, whoa, how did that make you feel, Christine?
Oh gosh. I was in tears, I was crying. I knew as soon as we had that start and Sydney took the baton in the second leg and we were about 3rd and Sydney took us into 1st place and we just continued to outrun all of our opponents, although they did a great job. I was already in tears. I already knew the victory was theirs before they even started. And then when I actually saw the vision actually occur, I was down on my knees. Sydney saw me because it was just where I was positioned at the time in between 2nd and 3rd leg. I was on my knees just like, oh my gosh, they did it! Like, I was overjoyed. I was speechless.
You did, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Inspiring, and people want to join the club? Yes, where can they go? Where can they?
So you can check us out on our website at airblastoff.com. You can also email us at airblastoff@gmail.com. And we train 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays at Bear Creek in Surrey.
And it's all for all those abilities, right?
Absolutely. We start at age 5 and up. We have recreational athletes, we have our competitive athletes, and our multi-sport athletes as well. And we've also expanded this month. We are now running Air Blastoff lines in Sudbury, Ontario. As you know,
Yes.
we've had Robert Esme, Olympic gold medalist, who's out there right now working hard to build another successful multi-sport club.
That's great. Thank you very much. And we'll be right back after this break. Joining me is a very special guest, Nicole Oliver. She's a Canadian actress, producer, and director, and she's here today to talk about her successful acting career and how she maintains a healthy lifestyle. Welcome to the show, Nicole. Now, how do you
Pressure.
You've been in the business, entertainment business, for about over 20 years?
Oh, over 30.
Over 30!
Yeah.
And you are a mother as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So how do you juggle work and life?
Well, I don't. I like to say it's because I drink wine. Really, it's just one day at a time, and I've got a really wonderful support system. I think 2 things. I have a good sense of humor. I told you about the wine, and I've got a really good support system in place. So my husband, my partner, is really my rock, and he's also in the business, but different side of the business. He's a film editor and a composer, so he gets it, but there's not that direct kind of conflict of it's the same thing. Same but different. And then a lot of really great girlfriends and male friends that if I call them and go, do you have a second? Can you listen to me? They will. And I think that's kind of how I've been able to maintain that,
Yes. And what do you do to relax?
Oh, I'm a new yoga person. I've been doing hot yoga. About 3 years ago, my husband and boys for Mother's Day gave me a coupon for moksha yoga, which is awesome, hot yoga. So I did Bikrams, but Bikrams is intense. It's like you have to fit the pose. Whereas moksha's, I guess, tenet besides being green and eco-friendly is that the pose will fit your body. So if you can't quite do it, that's fine. There's always other options. And I love options. Like, you know, I do a lot of things inside the entertainment industry. Options are great because options provide possibility. So when I saw that with yoga, I was like, okay, I can do this. So I do yoga. I work out a couple of days a week with a trainer to try and keep my muscles strong and my body strong as I'm moving into my other half of my existence on this planet. But yeah, yoga's been a really big thing, that mindfulness, you know, just taking the time to check out a little bit. It's been good.
And it helps with your career because you're multi-talented. You're also, you know, over 30 years and you're a voiceover actress.
Yeah.
And you're very popular, right? You're in demand.
It's good. Yeah, you know what? It's you know, I work in front of the camera when they want a white middle-aged woman. I'm your lady. I'll be right there. And I've got a great new web series that just launched. It's been doing awesome this week called Narco Leap. It's on TELUS and you can see it on YouTube. But also tons of voiceover work, and I'm directing, and so yeah, lots of variety. If something's a little quieter, I've got other areas where I can still fulfill my creative need, you know.
Yes, well, congratulations on Narco Leap, right?
Thank you. Yeah.
And so you play the role as...
It's shocking. It's I played the mother, right? There's a stretch. I played the mother of the lead. But the way the show came about is really awesome because a gazillion years ago I did a reality show called Crash Test Mommy. It was on Slice Network and I hosted that, and that's where I got really my first big opportunity to produce and direct as well. And we did 52 hours for television. And the concept was we took a mom away for the weekend. In her place, we left her biggest critic to show us how easy it is to parent. Not, right? So it was a sometimes emotional show, but sometimes a comedic show, but it was a real show, you know, about people and relationships. One of the producer's assistants on the show, her name is Kate Green, and we've always stayed in touch. And Kate was developing this science fiction, female-driven web series. With a female lead played by Chelsea Reist, and it's on 100 and is wonderful. And she said, I want you to play the mom. And I said, I would love it. So it was a part that was offered to me based on past relationships, so by another woman in the industry. So it's really special.
Yes.
And the experience was outstanding, with tons of fun. And we're going for season 2, I think. We're pushing it, and it's getting a lot of really great response, so we're hoping that will happen.
It will happen.
Yeah.
And it's aired on July 15th?
Yeah, it started July 15th, and the traffic's been huge, and the response has been great. It's, you know, a girl who has narcolepsy, when she falls asleep, she has dreams, and people who have narcolepsy do have really vivid dreams. The thing is, though, with Kelsey, my daughter's dreams, she's actually astral projecting. She's going into someone else's body. So then the government wants her, and dun dun dun, and the drama starts, and the action adventure starts.
So she leaps into other bodies.
Yeah, she becomes other people. Like she can actually enter their consciousness, and she, if she looks into the mirror, she looks like the person, but she's in control of that person's body.
And Nicole, there is a condition called let's see, right?
Narcolepsy, yeah.
Yes.
It's a real condition. I don't think people can actually do that, but people can just fall asleep. Stress usually triggers it. And then when they do sleep, they go into a very deep dream state as well. So Kate just kind of took the concept with the writer David Schmidt and just went another step further into science fiction land. So it's a lot of fun.
Science, it's fun, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, and it's got lots. It's female driven, right? Female lead, so it's outstanding.
Watch for season 2.
Yeah.
So, what do you like most? Directing, producing, acting, or all of it? Like,
well, I love all of it. It's kind of like, you know, Sophie's Choice, like make a mommy choose her favorite kid. You can't really do that, right? But I'm directing right now 3 different cartoon shows. So I'm voice directing, and on top of everything else. And I'm really loving it because it's an opportunity for me to put all my streams into one. So I love to mentor, right? So I can support new talent. I can, people who've been around for a long time, I can maybe help them find other different venues for their voice that maybe they haven't had access to before. It involves some teaching, right? Because there's a lot of newbies that don't know how to do cartoons, and I feel smart. Like I actually am part of a team, and I'm contributing really directly towards an end product. And as an actor, you kind of land, you do your stuff, and you leave. Mm-hmm. But it's really nice to get to know everybody, including all the animators and the animation director, and feel like you're part of something. So I really love that. And as I'm getting older, that's more important. It's really important to me, you know, to feel like I'm part of something, and that my voice matters, not just literally, but figuratively, you know.
And it's, would it be like 3 projects for Netflix, YouTube?
Yeah, so I can't really talk. I sign everything away, like including my firstborn when you sign these NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. But there's a show I'm doing for PBS, which is really exciting because it's one of the first First Nations animated shows with a female lead. It's timely. It's necessary, it's fun, it's going to be fantastic. And I'm doing another show that'll be airing on YouTube with a company out of Toronto, and I'm doing another show that'll be on Netflix. So, and then everything else.
And that's why you do yoga.
And then yoga. Lots of yoga.
But you know, Nicole, you are inspiring. You're
wow.
inspiring other women to pursue their dreams in the entertainment world. How does that make you feel?
Oh, I've never really thought of it that way, but that's really humbling, actually. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I do like to mentor, right? And I had a couple of really amazing female mentors when I started in the industry, one of whom was the president of ACTRA, our union for actors across the country, like the country president. Her name is Fern Downey. I understudied her in university. I went to York University for my undergrad. She was playing Helen of Troy in a play at the Canadian Stage in Toronto, and I was her understudy. And we've stayed in touch ever since. So she's a dynamic, smart woman. And so, you know, I guess maybe to have an opportunity to try and be that for somebody else is, I think, kind of what we're supposed to do, right? Talk about leaning in and helping up and hands outs and all that. And I think if you want to see some change manifested, you have to be part of it.
And you are paving the way.
Trying.
I mean, do you have a favorite food?
Do I have a favorite
yes.
food? I do actually, and it is French onion soup.
French onion soup?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, well that and Caesar salad are like I gotta tell you whether a restaurant's great or not, right? But I love, my mom used to make it when I was growing up, and it's just like the ultimate comfort food. I love French onion soup. There's a restaurant in my hood called The French Table. It's amazing. It's on Main Street. I just plugged it. There you go.
Yes.
So good. And their French soup's amazing.
Yeah, wow, I gotta check it out.
Cheesy, bready, oniony, and it's vegetarian, the one he does.
Wow.
Doesn't do it with the beef stock. So it's really nice and clean.
Oh my goodness.
Except for the cheese, but we'll talk about the cheese. Yeah.
So where can people see the show? It's on...
On Narcoleap. So, well, you can Google it, and probably you can watch it on YouTube. It's also on Optic TV on Telus. So, you know, Google is everything. It's everywhere except in China, apparently. So, you know, it's true. You can Google it and follow the links, and there you go. I also have it on my social media page. But if you Google Narcoleap, Narcoleap, there'll be all sorts of little linky poos you can click on and watch the show.
And if people want to follow you, Nicole, where can they go?
Well, I love Twitter. I loved it when it was 140 characters, because then I had to be short and concise. Now it's like I go on at the mouth. But yeah, Twitter, I'm at Mouth Noise with a Z or a Z for our American peoples, which is kind of appropriate, I guess, because I make a lot of noise with my mouth. And I have a website, which is NicoleOliver.com, which has all that gack on there.
Well, I want to thank you very much, Nicole, for coming on the show, and we'd love for you to come back.
Oh, I'd love to come back. Yeah, for sure.
Don't you like this place?
I do. I do. What you can't see is there's a Christmas tree over here. And I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year. But I'm just going to say it might be a little soon.
Yes.
Just a little soon. Yeah.
Well, we'll have you come back. And
when it really is
yes.
Christmas, and I'll wear my ugly Christmas sweater. That's a deal.
Me too.
Okay, it's a deal.
It's
all right.
I'll be right back after this break.
Thanks for watching. Coming up on next month's show, we'll have a segment on the Be You campaign. So stay tuned for that.
So tell us about the Be You campaign, your involvement. You are an influencer, right?
Yes, so the Be You campaign is a national campaign which was designed by Morguard Shopping Centres and Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Canada, and it's basically there to increase the self-worth, self-esteem, confidence, personal growth, and empowerment in young girls. And my job as an influencer is just to be there, be a positive role model, and influence young girls in their journey.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And it's a third annual event.
Yes.
And it's yourself and 2 other girls.
Yes,
right?
Madison and Devin.
Yes. So what's the feedback been like?
It's been really great. We've had great positive feedback on our social media advertisements. We've had a couple contests on Instagram, and later on in September we'll have a couple events. There's 20 different Morguard shopping malls, so we'll be going to different cities, and it's interactive events where anyone for free can come and just join in.
And you get to share your stories. How does that make you feel that you're inspiring other girls?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, growing up as a dancer, I always looked for that positive role model, someone who was older than me, who could help me, give advice, when you're feeling down. There's a lot of pressure and stress for anything. Everyone's going through that. So when you have that person you can look up to, and now me being that influence for young girls is an amazing experience.
Yeah, it is, and I understand like 50% girls want to be someone else.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just incredible. And so it's just, a wonderful campaign to be involved in. This is your first time, right?
Yes.
So, and what's next for you? Other than going to school, because you're just moved from Toronto to Vancouver.
Yes, yeah, just settling in, adjusting to a different environment, a different community, making friends, and hopefully it's a smooth transition.
If you have a question or comment about today's show, go to our website on the screen. For past episodes, go to our YouTube channel. Until next time, run with it.
Run With It is sponsored by BC Sports Hall of Fame, Hype Hair, Mallory's Fashion Network, and Skechers Performance Canada.